Attention, passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, especially the NFC East, you've probably noticed that things are heating up. The Dallas Cowboys, a team with a storied history and a passionate fan base, are once again at a crossroads. The upcoming trade deadline, scheduled for November 4th, is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing in recent memory, and the Cowboys are definitely planning to be active. They've made it clear they're looking to make some significant moves to strengthen their roster, particularly on the defensive side, which has been a bit of a sore spot so far this season. The Cowboys, under the leadership of their coaching staff, have been riding the highs of a potent offense led by their offensive coordinator. Clayton Adams has done a fantastic job this year, orchestrating an attack that has been one of the more explosive in the league. But unfortunately, the same cannot be said about the defense, especially the secondary, which has struggled quite a bit. The issues are glaring, and fans are starting to connect the dots, wondering if the team will finally pull the trigger on a major trade to address these concerns. The question is, where will they look? Who will they target? And what kind of impact will these moves have on their quest for a deep playoff run? Let us take a closer look at what's going on behind the scenes. The Dallas defense, particularly the pass defense, has been giving up big chunk plays, and their yards per attempt allowed is unnervingly high, around 8. 1 yards entering Week 8, the second highest in the league. That's a problem, especially when you consider the NFL's increasingly explosive passing games. The secondary, which should be a strength, has been exposed, and the coaching staff knows it. The focus now is on finding a solution that can bring immediate help and long-term stability. In this context, rumors are swirling about potential targets, and fans are already drawing up their wish lists. The most obvious connection has been with Miami Dolphins defensive end Jalen Phillips. Now, Phillips is a talented player, with a solid resume that includes 25 sacks so far in his career. And he is still only 26 years old. He is a high-impact pass rusher, and adding him to the Cowboys' front seven would certainly boost their pass rush and help alleviate some of the pressure on the secondary. But, as always, it's not that simple. Phillips comes with some baggage and extensive injury history that could make any trade a risky proposition. Plus, he is in the final year of his contract, which means the Cowboys would have to decide whether to commit to a significant investment if they want to keep him beyond this season. However, most reports suggest that the Cowboys might be looking at a different, potentially more impactful move. According to Jeremy Fowler from ESPN, the Dolphins could be looking to part ways with one of their key players, and that player is none other than Minka Fitzpatrick, the All-Pro safety. Now, this is a name that instantly jumps out to Cowboys fans, because Fitzpatrick is widely regarded as one of the best safeties in the league. His ability to play both in coverage and in the box makes him a versatile weapon on defense, and his presence could be a game changer for Dallas. Fitzpatrick's stats this season are quite impressive. Pro Football Focus gives him a grade of 75, 2 overall, which ranks 9th among 83 qualifying safeties. His coverage grade is particularly notable, 71. 8, placing him 10th among safeties who qualify. That kind of production is exactly what the Cowboys need, especially considering the struggles of their current safeties. Donovan Wilson, for example, has a grade of just 47, 8 overall, and his coverage grade is even lower at 41, 8. These numbers highlight the gap in talent and consistency at that position, and Fitzpatrick could fill that void beautifully. Not only would he help stabilize the secondary, but he also brings a veteran presence and leadership that could benefit the entire defense. Now, let us talk about the big picture. The Cowboys' defense has been a bit of a mixed bag this season. They've shown flashes of brilliance, but also moments of vulnerability, especially in the passing game. The zone-based scheme that Eberflus relies on requires a safety who can read the game well, cover ground, and make plays in crucial moments. Fitzpatrick fits perfectly into that mold, and his experience in a similar scheme makes him an ideal candidate for Dallas. But why is this move so critical now? Well, for starters, the safety position has been a concern for a couple of seasons. Donovan Wilson, while talented, is a free agent at the end of this year, and there's no guarantee he will be back in Dallas. Bringing in Fitzpatrick on a 2-year extension could provide stability at that position, giving the Cowboys a reliable long-term option. It's a move that aligns with their goal of building a strong, cohesive defense that can contend deep into the playoffs. On the other hand, acquiring Jalen Phillips would be more of a short-term boost, a high-risk, high-reward move. While Phillips' pass-rushing ability is undeniable, the injury concerns and his limited experience in some aspects of the game make him a bit of a gamble. The Cowboys might prefer a safer, more proven commodity like Fitzpatrick, especially considering their current needs. Now, think about the potential impact of adding Fitzpatrick. The Cowboys' secondary, which has allowed nearly 1 yards per attempt, would instantly improve. Fitzpatrick's versatility allows him to play in multiple schemes, and his coverage skills could help limit the big plays that have plagued Dallas this season. His ability to play the deep zone and support the run game makes him an invaluable asset. And it's not just about the numbers. Fitzpatrick's leadership and experience could elevate the entire defense. His presence would be a stabilizing factor, especially as the team continues to compete in a tough NFC East. The Eagles are strong, the Giants are improving, but the Cowboys have the talent to take control if they can just tighten up that secondary. A trade for Fitzpatrick might be exactly what they need to tip the scales in their favor. Now, let us not forget about the draft capital involved. The Cowboys, known for their smart moves and strategic planning, might only need to give up a second or third-round pick to land Fitzpatrick. That's a small price to pay for a player of his caliber, especially when you consider how much he could contribute immediately. The Dolphins, on the other hand, are heading toward a bit of a rebuild. With a record of 1-6 at the start of the season, they're re-looking at their options and possibly moving on from some veteran assets to focus on the future. The report suggests they might be willing to part ways with Fitzpatrick, especially given the context of their roster concerns and draft picks. In summary, for the Dallas Cowboys, this trade deadline could be a turning point. They have a real opportunity to solidify their secondary, address a key weakness, and position themselves as genuine contenders in the NFC. The potential acquisition of Fitzpatrick makes a lot of sense, both strategically and financially. It's a move that could push the Cowboys closer to their ultimate goal, another Super Bowl appearance. And while the season is still unfolding, the upcoming weeks are shaping up to be crucial. Fans should keep their eyes peeled because, if these rumors turn into reality, it could redefine the Cowboys season and set the stage for a serious playoff push. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Cowboys are not just trying to patch up their defense, they're aiming to build a team that can sustain success over multiple seasons. The addition of a player like Fitzpatrick could be the move that cements their secondary as one of the league's most formidable units, capable of shutting down the top receivers and forcing turnovers. It's a move that aligns with their long-term vision, and it's a bold step that could pay huge dividends. Of course, fans are also wondering about the broader implications. Will this trade inspire other NFC teams to make bold moves? Could it shift the balance of power in the division? The Cowboys have been known for their resilience and strategic planning, and this upcoming deadline might be the moment that defines their season. A successful move here could mark the beginning of a new Chapter 1, where they not only compete but dominate. And let us be honest, the excitement around this possible trade is palpable. Fans have already started debating in forums, discussing potential lineups, and imagining how Fitzpatrick would fit into their defensive schemes. The anticipation is building, and that's what makes this time of year so special. The NFL trade deadline is always full of surprises, and the Cowboys are right in the middle of it, looking to make a statement. In conclusion, Dallas fans, this is a pivotal moment. The team has shown they're willing to be aggressive, and the potential acquisition of Minka Fitzpatrick could be a game changer. It's about more than just adding a talented player. It's about sending a message to the rest of the league that the Cowboys are serious about contending for another Super Bowl. The upcoming weeks will be crucial in shaping the team's future, and if they pull off this move, it could be remembered as one of the smartest decisions of the season. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.